welcome to Geekonomics. We're back after a short hiatus.
Hiatus
port.
It was only a week off, but last week.
Short hiatus port.
Last week you got Dungeonetics.
Yes, with William Shatner hosting
Bobby
the show.
Kegler did a fantastic job. We just actually before the show, I was listening to it.
Had a birthday. Broke an arm.
Yeah, he had a lot going on. Oh, and a birthday. Did you just mention the birthday?
I mentioned the birthday.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Our thoughts and hopefully, with everybody on the shore of Connecticut and our friend Bob who does the Dungeonetics show.
Yes.
We did have a small tornado land down there, and he was one of the unlucky ones in his neighborhood where it crashed through.
One of the trees went right through his garage.
Yeah.
And obliterated his garage and dented up his vehicles.
And then he tripped over a log or a down tree and broke his wrist.
It's a calamity of errors down in the Kegler household.
Yeah. So, Bob, we're thinking of you. We hope, everything's going well.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll get back to playing D&D soon. We got so many episodes in the can that he'll be popping those out.
Yeah, he'll be doing those for years. We'll be long done with the show, and he'll still be editing Dungeons and Dragons episodes.
I think he finally just got to the episode where Jay shows up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jay's been playing with us for like 3 years now.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Well,
And Bobby doesn't join until like the next session.
Yes.
I think Bobby joins.
Yeah.
No, Bobby's already with us.
Bobby's already with us.
Jay
comes after that.
Oh my God, it feels like forever ago. I don't even remember when it happened. It was so long ago.
I didn't even know what's going on when we play anyways. So
half the time, it's been a long time since we last played, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I just have fun in like ruining things. Other thing I wanted to bring up and mention. We mention it often. We mention it every once in a great while. But the music that we play at the beginning of the show is from an old local band called The Greatest Band That Never Existed.
They're not even around
I want to give a
anymore.
shout out to Michael Haynes and the guys for letting us use their song from way back when to intro the show.
We're not paying you royalties.
No. But if people want to listen to more of their music, it's on YouTube, on the iTunes, Amazon,
iTunes
all
Music.
those things. Yeah, so you can get.
It's got
download.
13 views on this one.
Yeah.
It's called Almost Famous.
Yes, this is Almost Famous.
It came out like over 10 years ago.
I know. It's crazy to think about. That was that long ago.
You know what blows my mind? We've been playing D&D where I always go by this. Now, our friend Eric, who wasn't part of D&D,
Yes.
he was just going to get married when we started playing.
Yes.
And I use that as a kind of a starting point. So he was one of our friends who got married, who wasn't part of the D&D, but I just go with that.
Yeah.
And then you had Jay got married, Bobby got married, John got married, I got married, you're getting married.
And Hutzel is still Hutzel.
So by the time we finished this session, this one game, we've all gotten married.
Except for
but
Hutzel. Not that there's any hope that that's going to happen anywhere soon. For the Huts.
Well, Hutzel dodged that bullet. So.
Dodged that bullet for sure. Hutzel.
But isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
Bobby's had 2 kids
so
in the time. Jay's had 1. But I don't know if Jay had...
No, I think
when
Bobby
he joined us.
Bobby got married with a kid, didn't he?
But he's had 2 kids.
Really? He's had 2 kids since then?
Yes.
Wow. I thought he only had 1 kid.
Jay and Bob had the baby around the same time. I think Jay had theirs first.
I remember that now. Yeah,
and then Bob had their second. Because remember, we had the baby clothes or swapping baby clothes.
Yeah,
so Jay and Bob.
I can't keep track of
Bob's had
people.
2, Jay's had 1 and during all this.
Mike Smith got married in that same time frame, too.
Okay. But I don't really think of Mike Smith as a close
Well, no, I'm saying
friend.
it's part of the people that we know kind of thing.
I guess.
People in our neighborhood, so to speak.
I don't remember when he got married.
It's been a long time. This was over the weekend. His wife posted photos of Lucas and his daughter, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so like Lucas is going like in the first grade. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Cole graduated high school. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah,
Time flies.
time flies.
Mariah graduated college.
Again. Or is this
No, for the first time.
Oh.
Not Hutzel. No, she's not doing the Hutzel plan.
She got a job
She has a job, yes. Yeah.
out of Zuntuck?
Yeah.
So no one just gave it to her. She actually earned it?
Yes.
As Hutzel thinks that people should just
Yeah.
give you the job?
Yeah. She'd like walk out of school and they're like, here, have a job. I mean, she did student teaching, which is part of her degree program.
Yeah.
And that's how she got the job.
Yeah. Good
She
for her.
interned somewhere. And then they hired her afterwards.
That's what normal people do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll just randomly just walk up to a building and they like, oh, you looking for a job? Here, have one.
Well, that would be weird that the building would give you a job.
Well, the people in the building. I'm saying.
You walk up to a building. Hey, building, can I have a job?
Sure, come on in.
Actually, buildings don't talk, Mark. So you just be staring at the building.
Well, it is Hutzel, so who knows?
Sir, what are you doing? I've asked this building if I can have a job, and it's
This
not
building won't
answered me.
talk to me. It won't give me back a response.
It has not given me a sign.
I've been stopping here every day to talk to it and ask it the same question, but it won't give me back a job.
Could I have a job from you?
But so, Brian, what else is going on in the world? I know E3 happened. I know you're excited about that. You're
Yeah, a lot of great video games are coming
like one
out.
of the few people I know that is like psyched about E3 every year.
Only a few. There's a lot of people.
That I know of. That I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying.
Man, oh man, I
Do you
thought
still watch every thing that comes from that, like
I
live?
did. I watched all of them live, except Bethesda. I did not watch
Who?
it live. Bethesda. They do Fallout games.
Oh, I never played that.
All right. Wolfenstein.
Never played that.
Oh, you're missing out. So I think this year, I thought Microsoft actually had a decent one, but they still haven't shown me much that I'm excited for. But I'm hopeful for the future. Everything in Sony's, I want to play now. Spider-Man, I can't wait for.
I heard that's supposed to be like Spider-Man 2 type awesome.
Yes, yes.
Still one of my favorite games of all time.
It's supposed to be amazing. I'm very excited for Spider-Man. And then,
That was like our first open world game, Spider-Man 2, wasn't it? Like that was like,
well, Grand Theft Auto.
but like a
was before that.
superhero game. It was like
Yes.
the best superhero game ever made.
Yeah, it was. It was really good. Nintendo, I really didn't get excited by anything. I'm still playing Mario Odyssey, and I love it. That's the only game I play on my Switch, but I'm fine with that. And all the other companies did a great job. EA was the worst. It was panned by everybody, and it was just, it felt like you weren't doing
I heard they're getting Count Dooku in Battlefront.
Yes,
And no one made a noise whatsoever.
they're bringing out the Clone Wars
Which is an awesome time frame.
for Battlefront 2.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's more multiplayer stuff, which I don't do, so
Yeah,
I'm not that excited.
Yeah.
They did announce that next year we're getting a new Star Wars game, and all they gave us is a title and a name, and it's going to be a single player experience. And it's going to come out for the next movie, I'm assuming. It's not going to be Battlefront. So I'm very excited for that. They didn't show us anything. They just
That'd
said
be
a
cool.
name.
Well, I can't probably.
It's under tight wraps.
What was the name of the game?
I don't know.
Well,
It
that's
wasn't
thanks for
memorable.
the news.
I'll give hold
You're
on.
hot on it with all the news you got there.
Hold on.
Well, EA, basically all they got is sports games, right? I mean, what else do they really do anymore?
They have other
Non-sports
games.
games. And racing games. And they have NHL and Madden. And UFC.
They showed FIFA. They showed their.
FIFA, that's
They
right.
showed all that stuff.
And that's pretty much all they got. I mean, I don't really do any outside those games at this point. Besides Star Wars. And Battlefield.
Oh, Battlefield! The new Battlefield's coming out this year.
Ooh.
But
like
I'm
Battlefield.
gonna skip it.
They always have good. I like their the single players in Battlefield more than Call of Duty actually.
Yes.
Oh, the Call of Duty's last Call of Duty, the World War II one was pretty epic.
Yeah, the last one was good, but I think I'm good. There's just not my. I beat it in a couple days and then I didn't do anything with it. I only paid $35. So.
Yeah, I got it cheap. So, did Rockstar do anything for Red Dead?
Rockstar's never had EA. I mean,
Oh,
E3.
excuse us.
They do not. I can't figure out the name, but you can Google it. So I started playing Red Dead Redemption on Xbox One. I've never played it before. Actually,
You never played it before?
I've owned the game since it came out. I played 20 minutes of it. I lived in Springfield. I never got around to finishing it. Man, oh man, the game is awesome. I've just blown away how great it still holds up. And I'm playing it on Xbox One S, and it looks beautiful. And it's a fantastic game. It's like, oh my god. I just learned how to do the Deadeye, where you can slow down time.
Yeah.
The only thing is funny, when you make him run, he runs like a goofball, I think.
He does. He does have like a weird gait.
He like does like it's
like
a very
weird,
comical.
like, comical run.
Yeah, but
Is it Star Wars 1313? Is that the name of it?
nope.
Oh.
It's something Jedi. Jedi's in the title.
Yeah.
1313 was an old game that never came out, I believe.
No.
EA 2019 Star Wars game. Oh, Jedi Fallen Order.
Ooh.
That's going to be next year. That's the name
Maybe
of
that's
it.
the name of the movie.
No, they would. It's not going to be tie-in.
Oh.
It's not going to be tie-in.
Yeah. I used to follow the Jedi Empire.
It could be a
Jedi
tie-in
Order.
to a place during the
Follow
canon.
the Jedi Order. That'd be awesome.
Maybe. Could be good.
That'd be good.
And, you know, Battlefront 2 just put out all the solo DLC stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. I haven't played it since I bought it.
Me neither. Did you ever play the expansion on the story?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish they do more story stuff. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's the only thing I've played is the campaign. I don't play the multiplayer stuff.
Yeah,
so.
me neither. So, but I'm happy it's there. But
Yeah.
I'm happy it's free.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Red Dead, man. I'm excited. So that's my game I'm
Yeah.
playing this summer. Like,
There was one part in Red
you know?
Dead where I think I messed up something. Like, I didn't know if I was supposed to catch a train to get to somewhere. Like in Mexico. Like when you cross the border, you'll see when you get to
I
a part,
haven't
you have to like
gotten
cross the border to go into Mexico.
yeah.
I don't know if I was supposed to catch a train to get to Mexico, but I rode my horse all the way there.
Yeah.
And it was like an hour-long horseback ride.
Yeah, I've heard that.
So I don't know if that was actually in the game or if that was like I messed up something.
No, I think.
But you just like ride a horse for an hour. Like
Yeah.
a little hour, like not like you see the sun rise and set.
You
and the
probably
music
could have
plays.
hopped onto a train that passes you, and
Well, no, there was like a thing. I don't know if I missed a
you can actually go to the train
thing to
station.
be like, hey, you need to get a train to get to Jim Bob's house or
You
something.
probably missed it.
But
I haven't gotten that far
I
yet.
just remember it was like the most epic, like musical scenery and everything. Like just ride a horse.
The music is fantastic.
Music is epic.
Yeah, it's a great game, man.
It is a great game. It was like one of my favorite games I've ever played.
I also have the DLC stuff, which I'm gonna play.
Oh, the zombie thing.
Yeah, yeah. And I started playing the second season of the Batman Telltale game, which is really good so far. So good.
Anything else out of E3 that was noteworthy?
For me, everything. I mean, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. Looking forward to Last of Us 2. I'm looking forward to.
Last of Us 2 trailer was kind of weird.
It was a trailer and
Yeah.
gameplay.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't know any of the
I
characters,
don't know any of the characters. So
well,
that's
then
why I was
it's
just
not
kinda
going to make any sense to you.
It's also is that Sony only?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I don't care.
Um,
I'm an Xboxer, not a Sony guy. I'm not gonna buy 2 video game systems. One's enough.
yeah, I should have just stuck with PS4. Xbox has been totally disappointing for me. But I ended up buying them both. I mean, my Xbox is a glorified 4K player.
Yeah.
And backwards compatible. That's all it's going for right now. I'm waiting for a good exclusive. I've been highly disappointed by all exclusives. Yeah, Forza's pretty and I love it, but every year it's the same fucking game. The Halo teaser looked good. They're using a new engine.
Yeah.
It looked like it could be promising, but after the last 2 Halo games, I just don't care.
Well, I have a feeling they're gonna
just don't
Cortana returns because there's that scene at the very end where he pops the disc in his
Yes.
helmet.
I'm more excited for the Gears game. I really like Gears.
Well, because you started playing it again, or started playing it initially, so that's why you're.
2 years ago, I went through all the Gears games.
So now you're kind of it's more.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Halo, the story is just weak. The last 2 stories were just weak.
Well, they just gotta get.
And I care less about multiplayer. Honestly, my Xbox is it's worth owning it for the Game Pass.
Yeah.
$10 a month. You get all Xbox exclusives, which includes the new Halo game. You'll get everything. Forza is going to be on there.
Wow.
Everything. I never have to pay $60 for a shit game and be like, why did I pay $60 for this?
Yeah.
So I kind of like Gamers Pass. And plus there's like a plethora of other games on there too.
Yeah, it's like one of those things. Like I don't have time to do that stuff at this point. I don't have time to even play a video game.
I just got a system tamper warning on my home security and Mike and Mike aren't home, so I can go check it.
Is it a camper warning?
Tamper warning with their security system.
Oh. What'd you do, Mark?
I'm here, so I didn't do anything.
Well, yeah, what's the last game you played?
Call of Duty?
You always rag on Call of Duty. You played Call of Duty?
No, the World War II one.
Are you talking about Battlefront?
No.
Battlefield?
The last Call of Duty was the World War II.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was really good.
Yeah.
It was epic, yeah. It was well worth it. I mean, I still play NHL here and there.
It's the same game every year.
Well, I still have the
slight tweaks.
Yeah, which is fine with me because I like playing hockey. So
yeah. Well, if you like it,
yeah. It's a time waster.
They're all time wasters.
Well,
Just
yeah,
how you
but I'm
want to
saying
waste
that's
your time.
more like if I'm like at this point in my gaming time frame, I don't have time to like play a full game like with a campaign and storyline and all that stuff. Whereas with hockey, I could play like 1 or 2 games.
You're a busy guy.
And get going to the next thing I gotta do.
You're going to Toys R Us buying Star Wars toys. You got other things to do.
You know it. I made a killing at the Toys R Us. I was fairly surprised with the amount of stuff that was still left.
Well, it's going to get cheaper. I mean, they're going to be close.
This is the last
sale. They only have less than 10 days, so.
Yeah, 11 days today.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Go check it out.
Yeah, do your last visit. It was very sad. I gotta admit, I got a little emotional inside this Toys R Us.
It's weird, I didn't.
It's not like I got I'm almost bawling my eyes out, but it's kind of like, this is the last time I'll buy toys in a toy store in my lifetime.
Yeah, it's weird. I only felt that way when Child World closed.
Well, I didn't feel
KB
as
Toys.
crazy as I didn't get as emotional as when Child World closed last time I was in Child World.
Yeah,
was really because I was young and I was 8, 10 years old maybe.
And then KB Toys closing was
you
sad.
worked there, so that was a little different. But with this, it's just kind of like it's like an end of an era, so to speak. It's like you now know like you're not gonna take your kid to go to a toy store.
No, you're gonna go to Walmart or a Target,
or you're just gonna sit at home
or Marshalls.
and just go on Amazon and buy a toy.
Yeah,
it's not the same. It's never gonna be that.
Yeah, but you know what? Nobody's gonna care. Well, it's not the same for us, but people growing up are not going to know any different.
I know. It's just kind of like that's kind of the sad thing is that they're never going to know that experience of walking in to a building and it's just full of toys.
But you do know there's small independent toy stores that still exist.
It's not the same though.
Why?
Not the same.
They still have toys.
Yeah, not the same.
Tiddlywinks. That's a store.
Not the same.
Why? It's still
because it's not. It's just not the same. You know it isn't. So shut up.
For you, it's not.
You
but for little Johnny,
the same way. You think the same way. You're just trying to be the jerk and
for little Johnny, he's not going to do any different. He's not going to care. Little Billy and Johnny, they don't care.
Well, little Billy and Johnny would care.
All I'm saying, it's very interesting that Toys R Us was the reason a lot of these, the KBs and Child Worlds went out of business.
Yes.
And now the Amazon is putting them out of it, and the Walmart and the Targets
putting Toys R Us out of business.
And the Walmarts and Targets are smart because now they've expanded their toy section and they've actually made their toy section a lot bigger.
I would say Target's better at the toys than Walmart is.
I just like Target in general. I hate Walmart. I hate going to Walmart. I go to Walmart, but I hate it. Every inch of my body, I hate walking into that building.
The toy sections, I mean, are better at Target than they are at Walmart.
Yeah, I
Still,
like.
it's just not. It's not the same.
Oh, yes, I agree.
I mean, the kids won't know any different, like you said, because they've never experienced it before.
Yeah, you can't miss something you've never done.
Yeah, but it's still like, as the older generation, it's a little sad to know that they'll never have that experience that we had growing up, where
Yeah.
you walk in to like a KB or something like that, and it's just full of toys.
I can only equate it to when.
Although I thought KB was the worst of the toy stores, but whatever.
Why?
At least the one in Enfield Mall was. It was like small and tiny, and
Everything.
the aisles were microscopic, and you couldn't fit more than.
I hate to break to you, everything
person in them.
Everything in Enfield's microscopic.
Yeah, but I was saying that if I'd been to like a KB where it was a bigger version of a KB, I might have the same feelings towards it, but I don't.
No, it was a store.
Yeah.
When Media Play closed, I think this is the last time I got emotional about a store closing.
Yeah, Media Play was like.
And after that, I just.
Well, that was our adult
Doesn't-
child world, basically.
It was. It was.
For you and I, at least.
It was
'cause
a
we
home.
used to go there like every day after we did the radio show.
It was a second home. But yeah, KB Toys closing doesn't. I don't know. It's bittersweet. It's
Toys
like
R Us, you mean? Toys R Us.
Toys R Us. I'm sad, but at the same time, it's out of sight, out of mind. I only get sad. Like, I went there, I'm like, oh, this sucks. Give me the deals.
Yeah.
And then I go home, and I forget. And then I'm not thinking about
Yeah,
it.
I don't know if
But-
I don't know. It's just since I've. Like, that was like one of the cool things about moving. Well, not one of the cool. Like, moving to where Claire is. One of the nice things about being in that area, the where we are, is that there's like a Toys R Us like right there. So it was like, oh, I can always just go to Toys R Us for like Star Wars toys when they came out and stuff like that.
Yeah, so for you, it's different. For
Yeah.
me, it's all in Manchester.
Yeah.
You know, like if it was in Enfield and closed, well, yeah,
Yeah.
I would see it every day, going, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
But because I don't see it every day, I'm not thinking about it. And I'm not a kid who goes there
no.
on a regular. But it's interesting how many people you see there now. I'm sure the place packed.
It was pretty decently packed.
Yeah, everyone's out trying
I mean,
to
at
get
this
the
point,
deals.
you have to like dig around for the cool things. It's not like they're just out in the open. Like the cool stuff, you have to
Yeah.
like kind of like find things randomly.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
all the stuff I found was like the main thing I found was the Hot Wheels like X-wing thing where it flies down
That's cool.
the trench
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thing. That's like the big find I got.
One of the
But they had tons of like random things. Like
yeah.
they have boxes upon boxes of Finn, like the Lego blockhead things. They have like thousands of like hundreds of them sitting on a shelf.
Yeah, because they probably had them in the back,
So it's just things
They gotta
that
bring
have
it all out.
Majority of things they've had.
laying around.
Yeah. There's
What-
like pops and
Oh God, pops
like the
everywhere.
random pops.
The coolest Star Wars thing I got at a Toys R Us closing was one in Connecticut somewhere that was already at 70%.
Yeah.
And you know the $100 gigantic Kylo Ren?
Yeah.
It's motion censored.
Yeah.
And the lightsaber lights up.
Yeah.
I got it for $20.
Yeah. That's pretty
And
good.
I'm like, I'm buying this.
Yeah.
Sure. And I opened it and I have it in my room.
I was very close to getting, and Claire was like, "Thank God you didn't." Getting like that Millennium Falcon I was telling you about from.
But
Last
$60.
Jedi. $60.
But it's big.
It's big. It's like the full blown like diesel size. Like
I might go. That's
It's-
how many do they have? A
that
lot.
was the last one.
I would have gotten it. I would have been like
I know.
$60.
I know. It was just I couldn't.
You got to be responsible.
Yeah,
You got to be an adult,
I
Mark.
had to be an adult.
You can't be just spending money like you used to when you lived at home.
Exactly.
It's tough, huh?
Yeah. Well, not really, but it's I sort of get yelled at. That's what it was about.
Adulting, Mark.
Yeah.
Called being an adult.
Mm.
Responsible. Fiscal responsibility.
Well, I was also just then going to go buy a weed whacker right afterwards, so I couldn't like.
I didn't buy a weed whacker, but I bought the school Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't do that.
But I could attach it, and then we could weed whack it
we
with
could
it.
act like, we could act like we're weed
I'll
whacking.
sharpen the edges.
Yeah, and I'll just sway it back and forth
Yes,
like a
this Millennium Falcon weed whacker.
Yeah. It's got the rounded edge on the end of it. We could put a weed whacker inside it.
Ugh.
But yeah, so there's that, and they have like tons of the BB-8 play sets, and they're like $60.
When you say playset, what do you mean by playset?
It's like the full size BB-8,
yeah.
like the robot size. So it's like that big.
Oh.
And it opens up, and it's like I think the inside of the Death Star or something.
Oh, that's awesome.
But it's like a huge play set that you can.
Wow.
It's like fits with your.
How much
figures
is
and
that?
I think it was like $60. They had tons of them.
And that it might be a tough sell, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it looked neat just sitting on a shelf somewhere.
Yeah. And is it for like normal size figures?
It's for
or?
the 370, yeah, the 3.75 figures.
I'm still waiting for the Black Series to put the Marauders out from the Solo. They're
Yeah.
the coolest characters.
NF Nest.
Yeah, they put her out as with a vehicle, and the action figure wasn't that good looking, so I didn't
Yeah.
want it. It's the only thing I'm really disappointed in.
Yeah.
The figures have gotten weak.
Yeah, well, I got the Ray Black Series, like the fancy one with the
Yeah.
the stand that you can put it on and everything.
Yeah, I got
For
that one too.
$10.
I got that one for 10.
Yeah,
I haven't opened it.
I got her on her speeder. They had tons of those.
Yeah.
Tons of those little things, like the little like small ships and figure stuff. They had like a lot of those. Tons of the Admiral Akbar.
Yeah,
and random other guy.
I got that. It's a Toys R Us exclusive, so I figured, hey,
Yeah,
and nobody's buying them, so maybe
Yeah.
it might be worth something.
until they get sent to a dollar store somewhere, and then everyone will buy them.
Yeah, it's Akbar. He's dead now.
Yeah, whatever.
So one of the voice actors from Star Wars, who fills in for Yoda sometimes when what's his face, Frank Oz.
Yeah.
He was on a panel, it was on a podcast or something, and from his knowledge, he said in total, there are about 9 Star Wars films in some form or capacity
Of production.
being produced. Not production, being produced.
Yeah.
Now, that doesn't mean everything that's being
No.
talked about will come to fruition.
No, there's like people writing scripts and people doing outlines.
So
and
that would count for the next Star Wars film that's coming out
Yes.
next Christmas.
the next Star Wars story.
Then supposedly the Rian Johnson trilogy.
Yes.
Then the guys from Game of Thrones trilogy.
Yes.
So that's 6, that's 7.
And the story.
And possibly 2, you have a Boba Fett.
Boba Fett
That's
and
been
Obi-Wan
approved.
Kenobi. Possible.
Well, there's been nowhere in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, I'm saying with that other Star Wars story that's
Could
out there
be.
floating around.
Could be.
That'd make your 9.
That could. Could make the 9. Ewan McGregor just got picked up to play the boy from The Shining in the sequel to The Shining.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Mr. Sleep,
Yeah.
based off, I think it's called Mr. Sleep.
Yeah.
Actually, that came out a few years ago, and it got good reviews.
The book.
The book. It's about the boy
Yeah.
being the trauma he went through as an
Yeah.
adult. And Ewan McGregor got picked up to play him, and I'm like, oh, man. I was kind of hoping that'd be the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah. Doesn't mean it still can't happen because it's got to be a while. Like if they're doing Boba Fett next, Kenobi wouldn't happen till like 2 or 3 years after that. So
Yeah, probably.
he's got time.
There's all the time in the world.
Yeah.
So some big news.
Yes.
I don't know how you feel about this news. I still have a hard time believing it. So either you love him or you hate him. I liked him, but Chris Hardwick, he's now gone. The big news broke on Friday. His an ex girlfriend of his wrote this post, this essay about their 3-year relationship. You can Google it. Her
Let me
name's
guess, he was
Chloe.
a jerk.
Hey, bingo!
Hey, shocker be shocker. She definitely didn't write some article about how nice of a guy he was after they broke up, because no ex-girlfriend ever does that.
Well, there was some interesting stuff in this article. I read it. I was like, wow, okay.
Those are like,
Hold on. Let me finish the story. I'll answer all questions. I'm representing Chris Hardwick today.
you're representing Chris Hardwick there? So are you in the for Chris Hardwick camp?
I will give you that after
Okay.
when we finish.
Okay.
So this girl, Chloe or whatever her name is, she writes this article. I was just floored. I saw it on Twitter. I was like, oh my God. A lot of people in the industry that, Chris Hardwick and his company, well, he's not part of Nerdist anymore.
He sold that off.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He was a founder. That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the camp, like Felicia Day, a lot of his friends,
Yeah.
kind of silent. Felicia Day actually seemed to take the side of her.
Yeah.
A lot of people took the side of her,
Yeah.
which is telling. Not a lot of people stood up for Chris Hardwick online. I'm not talking about the piling on people. I'm
Yeah.
talking about people that they're close to them.
Yeah.
Seem to back her.
Yeah. What
Okay.
was her gripes, so to speak?
So in the article,
Because I don't know anything about this, so I'm
I
learning
know
this all new.
this is breaking news.
It is breaking news to me.
So
I've been incommunicado. I've
in
been
the article,
at the beach. Not
I
caring
highly
about
recommend people go read it. But in this article, some of the stuff, it's disturbing, was he basically kind of controlled her, made her stay in the hotel during when he did cons. He wouldn't let her leave. Then she had to be ready for him to have sex afterwards. He was, what else? There was something where
anything. Man, a rich, overprivileged white guy. Who would have thunk?
because he was sobering up, and he wasn't drinking anymore, he said that would be a problem. He wouldn't allow her to drink anything, especially in front of him.
Well, maybe whatever.
I know. I'm just telling you what's in the article. Just
Okay.
telling you. I didn't make it up.
I'm not saying it.
Don't get mad at me.
I'm not.
There was another thing about where she had a miscarriage of sorts. She lost a lot of weight, not intentionally. Just things were happening, bad things, and she ended up losing the baby.
Health issues.
And she was really sick, and Chris Hardwick was at the hospital, and one of the questions he asked is, when can I have sex with her again? And her mom was a witness to this. There was yelling, fighting. She did cheat on him.
Who would have thunk?
There was yelling, screaming matches, I guess.
So they had a bad relationship, is what you're saying.
They did. That's it.
That should have ended a long time ago.
It lasted for 3 years.
That should have lasted 3 years.
What else?
And so they finally broke up.
But he's not been with her for years. He got
He's
married.
like married now. He's
Yeah.
older. So this isn't even the recent relationship.
I would say probably in the last 10 years.
So this is from 10 years ago.
No. I would say in the last 10 years, as in
So
since.
within the last 10 years that they had this relationship.
Yes.
It was a bad relationship.
Yes.
He or whoever broke up with who.
She's saying he was controlling. He
Well, I know, but
he
I'm not
was
saying that, but I'm saying
he was
somehow the relationship
manipulative.
ended.
Yes,
Nothing's been said or anything since then.
I know, which is weird.
He has now gotten married.
Yeah,
She is not married.
she has a
Still
boyfriend.
single?
No, she has a boyfriend.
And now, out of nowhere, she's decided now is the time for me to bring this up.
Maybe because of the whole Me Too movement.
Wasn't that like pretty much like, not like it's over or anything, but isn't that like, don't you have to have some basis of fact at this point?
So in this article,
I mean,
I hear what you're saying, Mark. In
'Cause
this
there
article,
was-
she states that she has video and audio proof. And
well, then you should provide that with your story.
it's interesting. In the article, she states that if he were to come after her or to sue her, she will release it. Don't mess with me.
So I'm going to blackmail you into not doing anything, and I'm going to try to ruin your career.
Well,
But
here,
if you try to refute me ruining your career, I release whatever evidence I supposedly might have.
yes, I guess.
I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if that is kosher or not.
I've had mixed emotions about this all weekend. I'm shocked. If it's true, if it's allegedly true, I'm really
it's like,
shocked.
I am all for the women who have actually like had something happen to them. I'm not saying this girl hasn't, but
Yeah.
if people have had something happen to them saying something.
Real things.
Yes. But then there's the ones that are going to ruin this movement, so to speak,
Of course.
are the ones that are going to say things and nothing actually happened.
Yes.
Like there was a wrestler recently, Enzo Amore was his name. He was a very popular wrestler at the time when he was when he supposedly had an issue with this female. He was quickly released, fired from his job, ostracized by society, basically. And come to find out almost a year after the fact, or 8 to 9 months after the fact, the girl made the whole thing up.
Did she admit it?
Yes.
Wow.
Because it's a police investigation, the whole 9 yards. It was like the R word was thrown around and all that. So it was investigated by the police, and the police found out that she was just trying to cover up something else that had happened with her boyfriend at the time, whatever. So
Yeah.
she said that this happened so that way he wouldn't get mad or something.
Yeah. Now, listen,
So-
I tell
So
people...
then this guy's now...
Well, hold on.
So this guy's... This Enzo Amore guy
Oh, okay. We're going back.
is now
Okay.
no longer in
He has
wrestling.
no career
Can't get a job anywhere
because people don't believe it.
because they never heard the part where she...
Nobody cares about that
Yeah.
part. They only care about the
All I care
salacious
about
part.
is the salacious part.
Yes.
So now this guy's like out in the woods.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunately
It
what's
sucks.
happening is some of these guys are getting
Railroaded.
just put out in the woods because
Yeah.
some girl decided to say, like, just make up something.
So here...
Not saying she is,
I know.
but
This is what kills me. I, unlike you and probably a lot of people, I was a huge fan of Chris Hardwick.
I can't stand Chris Hardwick.
I liked him back in the days of...
I hate him ever since
Singled Out.
I've hated him since then.
I liked him
I
a
thought
lot.
he was overly annoying and a nerdist.
I know.
I thought he was talked too much on the Walking Dead stuff.
He talked too much on Talking Dead?
Well, he was like, it was over. It was just, all right, we get it. You were like The Walking Dead.
Well,
Chill out.
I'm a fan of his
Ask the questions
podcast.
and
I'm a
stop
fan of
talking.
his, and then I stopped watching Walking Dead. I can care less about that shit. Well, this came out, and I advise everybody to read this article because I can't give it justice.
If I
I'm
had
just
heard one more time about his dad was a bowler and everything, it's like, we get it.
I'm just giving you the stuff I remember, but definitely read what she wrote. It's important, and maybe it could prevent someone else from being in a
Yeah, make your
bad
own-
relationship. Here is what it comes down to, though. So this article got released. A lot of people online
Now,
sided
where was
with
the
her.
article released, though? Was she just do it on her own, or was it on a
She
website?
did it on her own. And here's the thing: she
See, that's
never,
the thing.
she
There's
never
no-
mentioned Chris Hardwick. She never put his name in the article.
So how did people know it was Chris Hardwick?
Everybody connected the dots because they dated for 3 years.
Yeah.
And everybody connected the dots.
No. See, I think there's something else going on.
She didn't even put his name in the article.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, you knew that she knew when she was writing this thing that it was going to be.
people will figure it out.
Yeah.
They're not dumb.
She didn't make it, totally anonymous.
So, what happened was, now as of on Saturday, this came out Friday. Saturday, the Nerdist company wiped him clean from anything on the webpage.
So that's the thing. It's like these guys are gonna get like.
Sunday, AMC dropped him.
Ugh.
Talking Dead is gone. His show, Hardwick Talking, that just started last
At
Sunday.
midnight.
At midnight's been gone for a while.
Oh.
They stopped doing that a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I love that show. Talking Hardwick, which just started, canceled. And NBC, because he does The Wall,
Yeah.
starts up in September. They said pending investigation. He's on hold. So
Yeah.
there's going to be some sort of investigation.
Well, NBC's learning from the Roseanne situation.
Roseanne's situation is much worse than this.
Well, I'm saying instead of this pendant find out. I mean,
I can't actually say
Why
which is
cancel
worse.
the show?
Actually,
They could have just replaced Roseanne with somebody else.
you can't when your show is called Roseanne.
They could just bring it back as a spin-off of Roseanne.
They are doing that.
Yeah, call it the Connors.
Yeah.
And Dan and Roseanne.
Just call it
break
John
up.
Goodman. Just
Yeah.
call it John.
Good man.
But anyway, so Chris Hardwick, his career is done.
Basically, yeah.
Basically,
I mean,
the thing is,
one thing is
Will Wheaton
all
is
this
his
stuff-
best friend.
yeah.
Hold on, Will Wheaton is one of his best friends.
Yeah.
They've known each other since they were kids.
yeah.
On Twitter, all he wrote was, "I'm shocked. I cannot put in words what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah.
So you're just gonna have to wait for something, because he's doesn't know what to think." And
But you
Will,
think he would know, though? If there's
No.
best friends, if, like... I
well,
mean,
how would you know? You're not in
honestly-
someone's like.
No, but I mean, as a best friend. Me and you are best friends. I would know a little bit of what's going on. You at least have some kind of inclination.
But Mark, they're in
there's something
Hollywood.
going on.
You have Chris Hardwick, who's always working, who's always doing
But
something.
even still, you know...
Will
if you-
Wheaton isn't.
They still hang... You still catch up with
We-
your friend and hang out. They must do double dates, must hang out with each other's...
Mark, can't assume it.
Different others.
Can't assume it.
But you at least have some kind of inclination that there's something going on. If it was as bad as she's saying. Will Wheaton goes to
It could
cons
all
with-
be- it could
Will
all be
Wheaton and
hidden.
him went to cons together all the time.
We don't know.
And he just thinks that they just left the girlfriend in the hotel room.
Mark, I can't assume. I don't assume. I don't know.
I'm not saying I'm not making it saying you to assume. I'm just saying as a friend of as guy friends, you know a little bit of what's going on with the relationships.
Maybe Will Wheaton ignored it and didn't know the signs and was just like, "Oh fuck! I noticed this whole time, and
Yeah.
I should have said something." Maybe that's what he's conflicted with.
Maybe.
Matt Myra, who does the Nerdist podcast with
Yeah.
Chris Hardwick, Felicia Day posted a tweet saying, "I'm shocked. I'm totally basically saying I have your back, Chloe. I can't believe this." Matt Myra just retweeted that and just
Yeah.
said, "I couldn't put it better."
Yeah.
So Matt Myra said that without saying anything.
I mean, you can't really it's unfortunate to say, and I mean, I don't know how that's going to go over, but you really can't take his side.
Oh God, no! You can't take
Yeah.
Chris Hardwick's side. You'd be a pariah.
Yeah. So I mean, you kind of have to. I mean, like Will Wheaton, you can't say that didn't happen because they're like, oh, you're just trying to. That's the other unfortunate part of this whole situation too,
Yes. Yes.
is that there is no
So another interesting
due
part.
process. I guess is the
Basically, this is due process by Twitter.
yeah.
Basically, you just your reputation and your career is just destroyed by Twitter.
I mean, Donald Trump talks about witch hunts. This thing sometimes turns into a witch hunt.
It depends if this didn't or did happen.
Yeah.
The investigation will hopefully show. But
I mean, there's definitely people. I mean, it happens. It's not like I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but there's going to be a tipping point where this.
more than likely, it's true.
Yeah.
These women are not getting anything out of it.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's not true.
It's weird because the only one.
I mean, I'm not saying I believe it more, but if it's been researched and there's actual.
Yes, I agree. If
Stuff
there's
with it.
more evidence and more, a female writer quit the Nerdist after this happened, allegedly. The rumor, someone at Nerdist quit, and I don't know why this person quit. I guess this investigation will. If they investigate and they talk to people and they figure this out,
That's the other thing that needs even more is
but his career's ruined no matter what.
why is there an investigation at this point? It's like
Oh, the biggest one. I forgot the biggest one of the whole thing. He blacklisted her after they broke up. That's why. She wanted a career, and his assistant basically blacklisted her and basically talked to people that she was trying to work with.
talk shit about her.
She became. That was the biggest thing.
That's the impetus of the whole thing.
Yes, because you can't investigate a bad relationship.
No.
But when it comes to work stuff,
Well, you can go back and see if there was actual blacklisting.
if there's
involved.
proof that she was blacklisted in this investigation, that could basically say, well, then we made the right decision
Yeah.
by canning you. You pulled some shit.
Yeah.
That's
But the other
the
thing
big
too is
thing. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a different kind of guy, I guess. Back if stuff like that was happening back when I was doing things, I would say something about it. I wouldn't just be like,
But Mark, you're not in Hollywood. Neither
No,
am
but
I.
even if,
it's
like,
a lot different.
Even just a regular workplace that happened. It happens.
You have
all the time.
HR. You have HR, but a lot of times HR doesn't listen.
Yeah.
That's what the big. Okay.
I mean, the Harvey Weinstein Corporation had HR department, and no one ever said anything.
Okay. Also,
So those HR departments
Screen
should be
Junkies,
just as much of a problem as anyone else had.
the guy who created Screen Junkies, he got outs right before Harvey Weinstein, and their HR department did nothing.
Yeah.
Then
The Matt
IGN,
Lauer situation.
Matt Lauer, HR didn't do anything.
Yeah.
IGN had their
But then again, it was
ex-boss.
like, has there ever
HR
been like,
did nothing.
Has anyone ever been information that they went to HR with these problems
Yes.
and nothing was done?
Yes, there's.
I don't like read it. I'm out of the loop on all this stuff. So that's
When
what I'm
Andy Signoli, who founded Screen Junkies, got ousted, they went black for a while. They went
Yeah, I
dark,
remember they did go-
and they came back and they talked about how their HR department screwed up. People went to the HR department and they did nothing. So what happened was these workers just went online with it. They said, "This is it. We've had enough.
Yeah.
You guys aren't doing anything." They forced their hand by going online and posting something.
Yeah, see something like that. That's
And then the Harvey Weinstein
that's
stuff
horrible.
broke the
Harvey
following
Weinstein
weekend.
thing is the worst. I don't know how that no one ever did anything about it for all that time.
Because he has the keys to the kingdom. He can make or break your career.
Yeah,
And he owned the company.
I
It's a
know.
lot different.
I know, but it's like there's certain
Well,
people
now
that could have done something.
things can change.
Yeah,
People aren't gonna
Yeah.
go for it anymore. It's a dam that had to break.
yeah.
And that's
for
broken.
sure. I
Now-
totally agree with that.
I see. This is why it was funny this weekend. I read it and I told Allison, "You gotta read this. I want to know what you think. And she read it and she's like, "Wow!" And she's just like, "What an asshole!" And then he put an apology out, and
See, the thing is like you can't. I mean, I don't
his
know. It's
apology.
like,
A
you
lot
have
of
to-
people are picking on his apology, saying it's very
bland and annoying. Oh no, that was him.
very like by the book. It wasn't much of anything, and so like it's a tough one. The only one I still to this day have a hard time is the Aziz Ansari one. I still felt that was the woman who wrote it. It was such an embarrassing detail. It was a bad date.
Yeah.
Yes, Aziz Ansari just wanted to have sex with a girl. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's all.
That's it. But
But even still, that's not like an excuse to.
it's not. I think the Aziz Ansari one is the least.
I mean, it's also different. I mean, it's hard for us to probably we can't.
Nobody
say
was there.
anything about it.
Nobody
Not
was
even
there.
this whole thing. We can't really say anything about it because we're guys, white guys. It's like we don't have.
We can say something. We can just say we weren't there to know what really happened.
No, but I'm just saying it's. Like,
But the Aziz Ansari one, I always feel like it was just a little too much detail about what happened. And it was, yes, I think Aziz and other guys might say, yeah, I should treat women better. This is not acceptable. But
Yeah.
it was essentially a bad date. And she stayed.
you
She
learn
could have
from it.
left.
You learn from it,
And you
move on.
learn. And it was very, it was very like.
I mean, we've all had bad dates, not like to that part probably, but we've all had wickedly bad relationships.
Yeah, that's the
at
one
point.
I always feel weird. That's the odd one that, like, I talked to Allison and she's just like, yeah, that was just ridiculous. The woman who wrote it was just nothing much happened other than this. I don't know if you ever read it. It's just horrible.
No, I
It's just
didn't.
really detailed about what's going on. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it also makes you like, I don't know, frightened to do anything, like to try to like be famous, because it's like you gotta like rethink everything you've done in your life.
Probably.
It's like, did I have a bad relationship back in the day that would come back to haunt me? Like
Yeah.
everyone's had that. I mean, I don't know. I haven't, but I'm pretty sure other people have had like majority of people have had that one bad relationship where it was a screamy, yelly, angry relationship that didn't work out at all, and you stayed in way too long and should have left.
Yeah. And then they'll write about it and then you'll
Yeah.
lose your career.
Yeah,
But the blacklisting is
that's the thing where
that's
it's-
the grenade in the hole.
That's the yeah.
So if he really did that, then he deserves to be fired, in my opinion, and that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm surprised you didn't hear it. It's big news.
No, it's also Chris Hardwick, so I probably if I did see it, I would have skipped it because I don't like him in the begin with.
So
I
you
think
have
he should have had a career to begin with. I don't know how he even got one to begin with.
he's a hardworking guy. I thought his accolades. He did. That's neither here or there. But now you have Talking Dead's gone. Andrew Lincoln.
I think Seacrest should have gotten it too. Seacrest got forgiven because he was so.
No, they did an investigation.
Popular.
They said it was false. Investigation. So what are you going to do? They investigated it. That's all you can do.
Because people like him. That's why.
It was an outside company, from what I heard.
Yeah,
Nobody.
Whatever.
A lot of people don't like him either.
I can't stand Ryan Seacrest.
A lot of people can't stand Ryan Seacrest.
I can't stand Chris Hardwick, so it's no skin.
A lot of
off my
people don't
nose.
like skin of your nose either. I don't know.
So there you go.
So now Walking Dead. I think it goes back to our Walking Dead conversation.
Like, why is
just
it still
end the
on
show
there?
after Andrew Lincoln leaves?
Give up the ghost at this point.
Just end it.
And is it really? Was it? I mean, honestly, was it really worth a show that needed to have an after show to talk about it at this point?
No.
Is it really like that big of a water cooler show anymore that people need to have a?
At this point.
I mean, what were they even talking about?
At this point, who knows? Who the fuck knows? Hey.
I couldn't even tell you. I don't know. I couldn't tell you what's even going on in that show anymore.
Yeah.
And the people who did watch it, did they really watch Talking Dead afterwards? Like, were they all like that into it? Where they had the
In the beginning, we all did.
Yeah, but towards the end of me even watching it, I was like, I don't really care about Talking Dead anymore. I'll watch the next episode next week.
Yeah. You know what?
I don't need a episode of. I don't need a show to talk about the show I just watched.
Yeah,
That's what I have friends for.
It did start a bad trend.
That's what I have friends for. It's like I don't need to.
Yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones tried it, and they tried to do it with
Well, they have a podcast.
Saul and all that. They tried to do it with that. And Breaking Bad. They tried to do it with that towards the end, and it was just,
They did it for the final
it
episode,
was just,
which was cool.
God.
But yeah, you don't need all this. It was a bad trend, and
Yeah.
now it's dying.
Yeah. Well, no loss there. No heavy loss for
Yeah.
the world.
So I mean, like, hopefully this investigation will just show that it did happen, so this guy didn't just lose all his shit for no reason.
Yeah.
If it comes out that she made it up, well, that sucks. But I when you read it, you're just like, wow, okay, this is crazy. It could be. I will take her side because I don't see what she'd gain by any of this. And I also feel like this is something he possibly could have done as Blacklister.
Yeah.
And people are online were pointing to other things and a lot of, so I don't know. Crazy news though, huh?
That's crazy.
That's big news.
Chris Hardwick.
I
Who
know.
would've thunk?
He seemed like the nicest guy though, even if you hate him or
No.
like him.
No, he did not. Seemed like a douche to me.
I liked his show. I listened to his podcast. His podcasts are probably gone. I can't imagine them putting a new episode out anytime soon. So I don't know.
Craziness.
I know. Then it's funny, I'm watching the news this morning, and I watched the Today Show, and then at 9 o'clock rolls around, and then it gets ruined by Megyn Kelly every fucking day. Goddamn, Megyn Kelly comes on and ruins my morning show.
Why don't you just change the channel?
I do. I put on King of Queens or Friends.
Why don't you just change to the HLN and watch Robin Mead like we used to back when we did the radio show?
She's not always on.
She's on most days.
She's always on. I know.
I was just talking with Claire about that the other day. Robin Mead. Because she watches Forensic Files. She likes falling asleep to Forensic Files.
Yeah, and you wake up to HLN.
And I'll forget that. I forget to change it to music or something at night.
Yeah.
Or turn the TV off, and the next morning I'll wake up and Robin Mead's there, and it reminds me of our old radio show, how we'd always go in every morning.
Yeah.
At 9 o'clock, Robin Mead was on.
Yeah.
And we'd watch Robin Mead in the morning.
Get our news.
And she had her low-cut shirts on, and you had a crush on her.
Oh, she was good looking.
She's a good-looking chick.
She's still good looking.
She's a
now.
pretty-looking lady.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm amazed she's still on there.
I didn't even know she was on anymore.
Oh.
That's what I was saying, because it randomly came up the other day. We were in Squamicut. The next morning we woke up and Robin Mead was on. I was like, oh my gosh, she still has a job.
Yeah.
It's like, and she's still in the same spot. Like she hasn't moved up or they haven't done anything else.
Yeah, but that's a prime time
And HLN
spot.
has news still. I was like more baffled by that.
That's a prime spot.
Yeah, so
there's a whole...
in between Forensic File reruns, they show news for 3 hours.
I know. I don't know why I was... Oh, Megyn Kelly, she's trying to perpetuate the fake news cycle of, the whole border situation going on.
Yeah, I
was-
saw that.
It was really
blurb
funny
about,
how they're like, no, you're wrong. And she's like, no. And they all kept telling her she was wrong. And then finally she admitted, well, she didn't really admit. It's all cleared up now. Like, no, you're just a tool.
I think I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw
So glad I'm not on Facebook.
no, I was just flipping through during the weekend because I was posting the photos for the parents to see and all that. And saw the Sarah Huckabee Sanders press conference where all the reporters went after her.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
And
Yeah.
she was kind of like, you guys are all idiots and don't know anything.
No,
like,
they know
oh,
a lot. She's the
wow.
idiot. Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
She actually turned to one of the guys and says, I guess you can't, like, be able to figure out how the sentence works.
wait, what?
Jim Acosta, one of the reporters, was asking her a question or something like that. And it was like a blatant, like, BS line she was throwing him. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Sarah, just answer my question. Don't just keep throwing me the same bullshit. I just want to know, like, how do you feel as a mother of young children?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel empathy for these people who are having their kids ripped away when they come over the border? And she kept going to the Democrats' problem, and they could have fixed it. And he's like, just answer what I'm asking you.
I know.
And stop doing the runaround with us.
So the perpetuated
Like, can we just
fake
get
news
one question answered from you people?
that's being thrown around right now is, so in the Bush era and then the Obama era, what happened
There's a
was
Democratic loophole or something that was
No.
put in.
There's-
Supposedly,
no,
this is their
I know. This
thing
is
that I've heard.
This morning, this is what they talked about. This is what happened. If you came over the border, this started with the Bushes and Obama kept it going. Trump has changed everything. But during those two administrations, if I was from Mexico and I had a family and I had a history, I shot someone, I had a criminal record. My kids would be taken away from me for 20 days.
Yes.
And they would be given back to a relative or DCF or foster care.
Yeah.
But if I was going across the border, I didn't have a criminal record at all, they would never take away the kids at all.
Yeah.
And they would send them on their way.
You're able to do your own thing. But Trump has found the loophole in that.
There is no loophole. There is no law.
Or supposedly.
There isn't. This morning.
Just saying, but
no,
Trump
I know.
says that Trump's stance is there's a loophole in the law
But the funny thing
that
is,
says you can just take the kids away no matter what.
no. So this
That's
morning
what
on
he's
the Today
going
Show,
off of.
they interviewed someone. They said, what's the procedure about taking kids away? And the patrol officer, the captain who worked in this building that they're coming through, said, well, there is none. There is nothing.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is what he's saying.
I know, and he's perpetuating
Yes.
fake news, and everyone's believing
so he's
it.
saying that's what it is.
So they're all blaming the
he's
Democrats.
letting it go that every time someone comes in with kids, they take the kids away, put them in a concentration camp,
Basically.
and the
Literally,
parents get to go on.
everyone that comes through, they're taking the kids away.
Yeah.
That's never happened before.
No.
And the funny
They're
thing
literally
is,
putting them in concentration camps. I don't know how people haven't figured this out yet. Their children are being put into a camp, a concentration camp.
it's not a
The
concentration
kids
camp
are being
in a
held
way.
in kennels.
They're tent city. It's not. They're in
No, I've
tents.
seen video of some of these places.
Yeah.
It's really like a caged-in area where they put like 20 to 30 kids in at a time,
Yes, I did see that this
and
morning.
they have like mats to sleep on. They don't even have like actual beds,
yeah.
and they're just
I know
like
what's going
kept
on.
there. There's like razor wire on the top of the fence, so the kids can't get out of the fence if they try to climb over.
It's not
it.
just kids though. It's
They're
adults too.
They're not open. They're not like able to roam around. They're kept in there for long periods of time and allowed out for recess and things. They're not being put in school. They're not being trained at like any
I don't know what's their whole
education
game
or
plan.
anything.
What's the game
They're
plan?
just being held
I know.
as prisoners
For what?
for no reason other than to perpetuate Trump's
Wall.
agenda.
It's basically to get him to get the wall.
Yeah.
This is what it's all coming
Yeah.
down to. But the funny thing is, his base is eating this up, saying it's Democrats who's doing this. But Trump could stop this right now. He is the president. With one phone call, he could stop it. And Sessions is the one who wrote this down. This is all of the Trump administration. But for some reason, they're perpetuating to make it sound like it's Democrats. The Democrats have no power right now.
If this was
Just
any
shut
other,
up.
not even that, but if this was not even the Democrat Republic, if this was a different time, like if this was another country doing this, like say Russia, when people are trying to escape, or any other country, that there's a group of people trying to escape somewhere, like anyone coming from the Sudan or from Libya was going into another country.
Yeah.
Like, say the people from Libya were refugees and trying to get into Saudi Arabia, and were going over the border into Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia at the border was snatching kids away and putting them in cages. It'd be like bloody murder. Like there would be people in the world would be flipping out. Trump's doing it, and it's like an okay thing.
People are freaking out. There's a lot of
No, I'm saying,
going
but
on.
like all of America would
I know.
flip out if another country was doing this. There was a guy that did this with people and put them in cages for long periods of time just because
we don't even know.
he didn't like them.
It's so funny because...
And now he hates Canada?
But hey, he's friends with a dictator. He thinks he's a genius. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he thinks he's solved the North Korean situation.
That was a photo op. That's all it was. Nothing happened. It was a photo op.
And he ended war games. Because he didn't want to spend the money on them anyways.
I don't know. Can't wait till he's out of office.
Good luck with that.
I know.
You got another 7 years or so.
I agree. I honestly agree that.
And if you think that's going to be the end of it, you got another thing coming.
No,
I've said from the beginning that by the time he gets done, he's going to somehow figure out a way where he's going to get himself
he can't. There's
turn into a dictator.
the things are put in place. We can't have a
It
dictatorship.
is, but
He can't. He cannot change the
he's
rules.
just making up rules as he goes along. He's not even making laws. He's just doing it, and no one seems to care.
People care
No one's doing anything about it.
because he's a
The
president.
man is just doing whatever he wants.
But he can't be president more than 8 years.
He'll figure out something.
No, he's
He'll,
not that smart.
Give it to
They can't.
Kushner or something will take over. Or Ivanka will be the next heir to the throne or something, and they'll just keep going through.
No.
We'll get like Donald Jr. as a president after that, and something else, and they'll slowly go through all the people until.
Well, if his base is as dumb as they are now, yeah, probably.
But I'm saying there's no checks and balances with it whatsoever. It's just literally he just does whatever he wants,
Yeah.
and no one can do anything about it, except complain.
Yeah, well, the Republicans could try, but they're too brainwashed right now.
They're getting what they want. Why would they change anything?
A lot of people are upset about this, so I don't know.
Are they though?
Yes,
But we're in a
You watch the
We're in a
news?
time frame where anything that happens, everyone's solution to it is, you know what we should do? We should march about it.
yeah, it shows up their solidarity, and people
No
are
one
pissed off.
cares about your march.
People are out there.
I'm
People
sorry to say
are
it.
picketing right now.
No one cares.
Well, you got to do something.
That's not going to do anything.
Would you tell that to Martin Luther King? That marching did
No,
nothing?
because back then it actually did something.
Would you tell all those women that the women march didn't do anything?
No, because back then it meant something.
Actually, it just happened this year.
No, but nowadays it
And
doesn't.
last year.
Has it changed? Is Trump still president?
It's not going to change that. It's just showing
That's
that.
what the whole thing was about.
Yeah, but it's
All
not
these
going to
people
kick.
are protesting
it's-
against Trump. These people are not going to be. These people who are saying they're protesting, and are protesting all these different things.
Yeah.
Come November, are they going to show up and vote?
Probably. Those are probably the people who do vote.
But are they going to though? That's the thing.
You're using ancillary evidence. You have
I'm
no
not.
proof. You
There's
are.
been no.
You can't just say
People
the
who
people who march are not going to vote. I would have to say
I'm
the
not
people
saying
who
they're
go
not
out and
going
march
to.
are
I'm just
probably the ones who
asking,
vote.
do you think they will?
The people who probably sit at home and watch TV and can care less about what's going on are probably the people who do not vote.
But that's the problem.
So the people who are active,
There's more people on the side that are for his ideals than there are people who aren't for his ideals.
I don't know. The election was very close, so I think it was
Not
half and
close
half.
enough where he didn't win.
If it wasn't for the electoral vote, he would not have won. He didn't win the popular vote, which it should be.
Which he never. It hasn't been that way for years, so it doesn't mean anything.
What do you mean?
Electoral college isn't a new thing. It's been around forever.
Which is stupid. I say get rid of it. We should have gotten rid of it years ago. It's not needed. I don't know why we have it. It got us Trump.
That doesn't matter. It's got you other presidents as well.
Yes, but usually people who win the popular vote,
Not always.
generally, that was a very
Not
odd
usually.
thing.
He was very good at working the electoral college. That's all. You
Yeah,
can't
because he had
fault him.
Russia.
No, he was very good at
There was
figuring it
Russia
out.
hacking.
whatever. Besides that,
They have the hacking.
He was very smart. The one thing he did that no one, that's down in history, people go back and say that he was smart about, and his people were smart about, is they figured out the system.
What do you mean by
They
that?
figured out where you had to win without winning
I think
the
they
popular
all know
vote.
that.
But no,
They was
They
cocky.
do.
She just didn't
they
talk
do, but
to
they
these
don't.
people.
But they don't think of it the way that his people did. His people broke it down to where we need to win these certain places. We don't care about the whole state. We just care about these sections of the state. So they sent their people into these sections of certain states and focused on those electoral votes. And that's how he won. He knew he wouldn't win the popular vote. They knew when they went into the election, they knew they weren't going to win the popular vote.
Actually, the polling
So
showed
they
he
were
wasn't going to
smart.
win at all.
I know, but they were smart, and they went and Hillary's people didn't think that he would win at all.
Yeah.
So they
know.
didn't put forth the effort that his people did.
Also, there was fake ads that came out. They already have proof. They went to Congress.
Why
Tar-
not? That's besides that though. She
Facebook-
lost. Get over it.
Facebook and Twitter and others
More
all
people should have went
had,
and voted for her.
all had fake ads running against her. So what are you going to do?
He also struck at the right time.
Well, yeah, because Hillary was running.
Yeah,
Nobody likes the Clintons.
exactly.
There you go. But if the Electoral College didn't exist, she would have won. Plain and simple. She won the popular vote. She did. That's a fact.
Half dozen in one than the other.
That's a fact. He still got the Electoral College. Electoral College
That's
is
not
what
how
counts.
we vote for president. So there you go.
I know. I think the Electoral
Can't throw
College
away-
is outdated.
Can't throw away hundreds of years of history just because the guy you won, the guy
No.
who won isn't the guy you like.
I think the Electoral College is outdated preceding this. I've thought that for a very long time. You have the Electoral College because back in the day, not everybody could make it. And it would take a long time to travel to the voting booth. And you would have representatives. But this day and age, where I can vote for the next American Idol on my phone,
Electoral
makes no
college is
sense.
Also done because some states had more people than other states, and they wanted all the states to have equal things. in
and what would
determining.
stop them? If they gave everyone the day off and everyone go and
I agree with
everybody
that.
voted,
I don't think it should be like.
you wouldn't need the Electoral College.
I think it should be an actual.
If everyone in Rhode Island went out and voted and had the day off and everybody in Rhode Island voted, Rhode Island would be represented. Everybody in Connecticut goes out and vote would be represented.
I'm of the stance that it should be a law that you vote.
I think
I don't think it should be like
day
just
off.
a choice. Like you should, if you want to, you want to. It's like no, you're here. You make a decision. Because
You're here, you're queer, now go vote.
Well, it's like the people that like will complain and not vote. It's like you don't have any right to complain. You didn't join in the process to begin with.
I don't know. I would force people to vote. I just think we should have the day off. It should be a national
It's
holiday.
just like when our girlfriends say they don't know what they want to do for dinner, and then you decide where you want to go for dinner, and they're like, "Well, I don't want to do that." Well, you wouldn't want to be a part of the decision making process, so you go where I take you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to Trump Tower.
Yeah.
And you're going to eat Trump steak.
Yeah,
Making dinner great again.
yeah. Don't tell me you don't know what you want for dinner, and then when I tell you what we're going for dinner and you don't like it, don't be aggravated with me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With that being said,
yeah.
I think it's time to go.
Yeah. Well, no, because we're going to talk
What?
coming up this week. Jurassic World comes out.
Yeah.
It looks epic. It looks like it's going to be awesome. I'm
I hope
really
it's
excited
good.
for it.
I hope it's good.
I heard the first part is supposed to be like the regular Jurassic Park size, and the second part's going to be like a horror movie. So it should be interesting to see how
Sandy's
that
here.
works out. So, all right.
Just letting you know, one of the techs, Ryan, his last name, is gonna go to my house with me and change the battery out on the
Oh, okay.
thing. He thinks that's what the problem is.
Okay.
So I've been back for a while. I have to wait for him to finish his lunch.
Okay. All right.
I have to go change the battery.
Okay.
No,
Anyways.
looks like it could be good.
Yeah, I'm excited to go see it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do it after the movies for it. Next one will be for Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and Wasp. You can't forget the Wasp.
Yeah. That looks
So-
good.
Yes.
And then you got what's going on this Sunday?
Oh, Plainville. Thank you for reminding me. You like looked at me like I was like, did I have plans or something I forgot about? Yeah, Plainville, CliffsCon, this Sunday at the Plainville VFW from 10 to 3. Come check it out. It's an awesome show.
I'm gonna try to go this time.
Matt Ryan's always there with he's like the not like host of the show. He'll take care of all your if you want to get on the newsletter and all that, he'll tell you how to hook that up and everything. But Cliff, the guy who puts it on, is an awesome guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's he always has food going in the grill and all that, so there'll be food. There's a lot of cool comic book vendors that have all sorts of back issues and everything you might need to finish off your collection.
Cool.
It's the place to go and do that.
It's the place to be.
I will be box diving for the first time in a long while this Sunday. I'm excited to get back. I haven't been in a couple months, so I'm excited to go back and check it out. So from 10 to 3, I'll be there at the Free Lunch Studios booth signing autographs. So stop by and say hello.
I'll be sure to get your autograph, Mark.
Yeah. It's good
All
stuff.
right. We'll be back
Next week. Next week.
No, next week I'm on vacation.
Oh, we won't be here next week.
I won't be here.
Where are you going on vacation?
Lake George.
Oh, fancy.
But are you going to do a show with Matt? You haven't done a show in a long time.
I don't know. We're trying to figure out scheduling and things. He's been super busy. He's got a lot of stuff going on. He hired himself a media specialist person who's helping him out with not only doing stuff online, but also booking events for him.
Wow. So an assistant.
So, yeah. So he's been super busy because the guy's been really good. So he's been all over the place. So trying to pin him down. The first time I've seen him in 3 weeks was Saturday at Mariah's graduation party. And that was the first time I've seen him because he's been all over the place.
Been a busy boy.
Yeah. So...
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. If worst comes to worst, we might do one next week. We'll see what happens. Who knows?
All right.
But he's been doing them on his own, so I've been posting them. I just haven't converted it to audio format, but the videos
I was
are
about
on
to say, if you just rip his audio, you can just post
Yeah, I
it.
just haven't had the time, and I haven't been around either. I've been busy. But,
Everyone's been busy.
yeah. So
Summertime.
It is summer. Summer, it's a lot of stuff going on. But they are on our Facebook page for the Free Lunch Comic Book News. You can check it out there. Also, Genetics new ones come out Friday with Bobby doing those. You can also check out Bryan's other show, The Real Podcast, I call it, the Twin Peaks Unwrapped.
It's a real podcast.
With him and Ben. I'm pretty sure they got some random Twin Peaks thing they're talking about, but I have no idea what it is.
Yep.
But we'll be back in 2 weeks, and we'll be talking about Ant-Man and Wasp, because it'll be coming out that Thursday.
So that'll be probably that week's show.
Yeah.
Cool.
So stay tuned for that. We'll see you all then. Giganomics out!